Catherine, and I think I wanted to show you a little short live stream here. Um, a couple of days ago, I made one. I called it Little Bags, like this, and crafting. Then somebody asked me, yeah, a lot of you girls out there might like to know how to make your own reusable napkins or sanitizer napkins, feminin napkins. What do you call it? I need my phone just in case I'm lucky and I have somebody here. Otherwise, it is going to be a very short one. Um, what I want to show you is that we are here at my crafting table. You can't see me, but I'm right here. There is a lot of ways you can actually make these and how design you want them. I find this design very comfortable because the wings actually cover the entire side. Hello, Jane. Welcome to. And as you can see, some of them I actually have made with fleece. Here it is a soft fleece, and the fleece has that beneficial that when you use them, it still feels dry. It doesn't feel wet, and it is very easier for the homeless. Hello, Sherry. To dry them so the surface is dry when you have to use them. But some ask me, can you make them with natural fabric? So I got some organic linen material, but I have kept, this is a heavier fleece because it doesn't slip so much when you wear them, and it has a slight waterproof to it, and it makes it very comfortable. And as you do, you stitch, or you can buy these snaps. I prefer the metal snaps and stitch them because they are more lasting. Should it happen, one of them fall off, you can easily replace it. Instead of these with the snaps, can be very difficult to replace if it's break down. And basically this can actually have a very high temperature. The next thing is, as you can see, I have cut like this one fleece and one of the organic linen, cotton linen. Hello, Skylar. No, it is so good to see you. Thank you for coming by. Even this time it is about feminine napkins. It's okay. Don't be sorry about that, Tyler. It is so nice to see you. Hopefully you can just see me. It has been a while too. I have been out, and as you can see, I have taken my good old hand machine, because when you make the padding into it, you make them like this. And what I'm actually using is old towels. and very well washed, so they have a great absorption to it. The next thing is we'll start by showing you I made a tin plate in this shape. You can also make it more if you want it like this. Here, this is also a shape I have ordered. I have an order of 10 of these without the wings. And this is also some material that has a little, I can't express how it, but it doesn't slide very well on top of cotton. And this is also very soft microfiber fleece, so it's very soft when you use them. And trust me, they are pretty good. And what you actually need is you need 4 of these. As you can see, I have made a tin plate like this because I counted like this, so you have this in the middle of it, as you can see, but I do round the corner so it is more comfortable. To begin with, we'll start to make one of these headings. I'll show you how it's done if you would like to see it. We'll start up with one like this here. And what I'm doing, the next thing is I'll take the next one, cut it into half like this, and one more cut in half like this. And that's because what you are doing, I'll hold it like this. As you can see, I place it about an inch from the edge both way. So that means these are going to overlap here. Then I take the next part like this and place in the center like that. When I have done that, I take the long piece like this, put it on and cover it up so I have a sandwich layer. As you can see in the center, there is more. What I'm going to do now is you are making, to begin with, these 2 stitches down center. And I am going to do that now. I'm sorry you can't see me stitching, but hopefully this is just, to show you how to make them. And you can actually make your own very special design. You can take one of your old feminine napkins and draw out a pattern and try how to do it. Otherwise, I know if you do, you can actually, the reason why I do this on my hand sewing machine is because when you have to stitch in this very well washed out towel material, it does that. I mean, it can be pretty hard for the engine of your sewing machine. I am going to show you in a bit. How are you doing, Tyler? And thank you for your message, Skylar. Sorry. When I have done that, as you can see, I have secured the center part here. And that means I am opening up here a little bit and cut about a quarter of an inch, or what I call like this. So as you can see, you have a little space to stitch it down here. And remember, you need the padding in the center, and don't worry, it is plenty enough to do this with. And when you have done that, you simply trim the corners like this. I normally did it like, I kept the corners, but I have one of the young girls asked if I could try to make them a little more round in the corners, because it felt for her more comfort. And I said, of course I can do that. So I'm started up with doing that like this. And that means, as you can see, I got it. Now what I'm doing is I'm stitching in the edge here to hold it together. So what I'm actually doing, I'm placing it about quarter of an inch inside, and it can be a little tricky, but it's okay, because what you are actually doing is that you are securing the middle layers of the padding. Some girls actually asked me if I could make the feminine napkins. Hello, Kansas. Oh, oh, hey. Oh, yeah, you're on garden duty. Yeah, that's cool. You do that. Uh, yeah, and for you, yeah, you'll be popping in and out. You do that, Kansas. We are making feminine napkins, and we are so pleased. I have Jane here. It's a very long time I have seen Jane, and we have Skylar. So wonderful. And as you can see, you got it now, and she wanted it as, for everyday use in a smaller design. So I'm still thinking about how to design a smaller one. And as you can see, I don't know if it's still here, Kansas, but I had a request on, this is a organic linen fabric material instead of the synthetic fleece, because there was one, she didn't like the synthetic, and I got this very cheap, actually on sale. So yeah, I am doing it with two different toppings. What you are doing is that now I got the button here. As you can see, this is water resistant. It is meant for, it is some special fleece. You can buy it also for diapers for children. And I make these kind of things for baby napkins too, or diapers. What I'm doing is I'm placing it down center like this. So as you can see, I have equal amount of space from each side. And what I like to do is I'm using a sewing needle here. Just hold a needle like this. so you have it so it doesn't slide for you. So when you have it flat down, you stitch it on again at the edges. I am going to show you. This is the best I can do, but I can promise you I have prepared a video, and as soon as I have the time for it, I am going to upload some of my crafting videos. Of course, you will be able to see what I'm doing on the machine too, but these are orders I have got, and what I actually is doing is, as you know, when I have folded them together and they have the snap to it, I fold them together like this, and then I simply have these little bags, as I mentioned I made in the last video. As you can see, you can put it in here, and voila, you have a little discreet bag you can have in your purse, or you can have on your bathroom. So if you got visitors and you are a little, I don't like people to see what I have, you can store them in these and they're ready to use. When it comes to washing them, it is very, very easy. You simply, if you don't have the opportunity to do it, to put it in a bucket with salt water. But I really don't like that. So I have never been lazy about when I'm done. I have changed my feminine napkin. Simply, if you don't like to touch them, I have some dishwasher gloves. These rubber gloves at the bathroom, and you put them on and you simply rinse them out on lukewarm water with a bar of soap, and you simply take the bar of soap and clean them and rinse them out very well. The bar of soap does that. It simply dissolve. I don't want to say, because you all know in commercials feminine napkins are tested with some blue water. So, and like babies, they're sort of pooing marbles and peeing blue water. So, if you imagine you have that blue water that they sort of demonstrated with, and you like to get that blue water out, you simply take the bar of soap like this and flush them out. And they can even manage that you can rinse them like this, because you have made it so, see, you can not do any harm to the padding, because you have secured the padding inside. As you can see, I have now stitched it on here, and it is very firm put on. Then you simply take here the top layer, and these are the linen fabric. You can also use cotton fabric, flannel. I have some flannel if you want that to have soft surface. The reason why I also choose to make these with the fleece is simply because they are for homeless women, and I can assure you it can be pretty cold to sit on the ground. So to make sure that nothing happens and she can keep warm, it is important that you have some warm to sort of secure, so you don't get infections and pain by being outside. what I'm doing now is I am going to make that stitch all around here. And as you can see, I stitch it as close as I can to the padding like this. So it makes a very nice seam. You can actually see it here. You can better see the seams. This is where I stitch the padding on, and the next stitch is very close to. So what I'm going to do now is, of course, making sure that it is straight on here. And then I take a needle to sort of hold it on place, so I have it like this. Somebody asked, can you use a waterproof backing? Yes, you can do that. But you have to consider that the best way to sort of rinse all the blue water out of your feminine napkin is when the water can go press both sides. So what I can recommend, because you really have to be lazy by switching the pads if you bleed to if the blue water come through. We have to talk nice, and we have to sort of make sure we don't sort of get in trouble. So we better do it like the commercials, as you know, with the blue water talk. Now it is not Mabel's. What I like to do, and people, I mean, I think it is very decorative. I stitch this with red thread. I know people, I can, of course, stitch it with, the matching colors, but it seems like, why not make it fun? And I like, you can see the lining on it. As you can see, I take my serger in the next room, and I simply serge all around here and make the edges raw. You can also do that if you have this binding, and you can actually put a binding on it if you don't have a serger, but you have to consider you are getting a little bulk here when you do it, but you can of course do it other ways. You will take first ordinary stitch and a very tight zigzag all around, and I really like the edges a little raw because that means they can be flattened more when you use it. Back to the stitching, and I like to see, because sometimes I really make a mess here. It doesn't matter, the girls don't care. I want to show you if it's possible. I have a very bad hip today. No, it will not affect me because I have never used Google Hangout. I use direct YouTube. I do it on YouTube because my son said it is the most secure way to do it. So no, it will not affect me, and if it does, I promise you I'll find a way to do it. I want to show you on the machine here. I am very primitive. I mean, it is not professional, and I'm not sure I ever go professional. I want to be me, hoarding Catherine and Kansas. In a minute, I'll give you a tour because I have really cleaned out today. So I want to show you, I am blowing my camera. As you can see here, this is how close I am here to the edge. As you can see here, can you see it here? I follow simply here and leave it stream. As you can see here, it follows it. And the reason, so that's how you do it. And you have to consider the older machines. Yes, and sister machine is sharing space because the reason I took out, I explained that in the beginning, is that when I'm making these paddings for the diaper, hello, my dear sister Kathleen. Hey, it is very heavy because what you actually is doing, as I showed here, I did have a loose one, didn't I? Where did I put it? Never mind. What I'm doing, I have 4 of these. Take 2 of these off, cut 2 in half. Normally, I did have an extra, but never mind. I am going to show you again what I'm doing. So, and I hold it up like this here. I know on the boob here, an inch down here, and an inch down here, so you have a double layer. Exactly. Yes, and we have Skylar, yes, and then you place this in the center. As you can see here now, I have a very heavy sandwich, and again, one more layer, see? And that means when you pass that center patch, I can assure you, I don't want my new machine. She started to complain, and then I said, okay, no, I won't risk her. Face mask. No, Kathleen, we are making feminine napkins, as you can see. And as I explained about the, yeah, exactly, Kansas. So I went inside and got the old one. Yeah. Oh, you just come home, Kathleen. Then you can have a tour. So I have normally, as I showed you, made them also with this fleece material, but somebody asked if I could make it in natural fiber on the top. So this is organic linen fabric. So, and how do I make them? It is difficult. I had a girl want these like this. I'll show you later. Again, she asked if I could make it a little more round in the corner. And then she talked about if I could make it with this Velcro. So I placed a piece of Velcro on these, and then she had 6 pair of old panties, and she wanted to put Velcro on the bottom of these and use them as, you know, season panties, and so she knows that they would sit tight. Because he is a heavy duty, yeah. So she leak a lot of blue water if you want it that way. I'll fast stitch this and I'll take you with me, Kansas and Kathleen. I want to show you how busy I actually have been, and that's why it has been a while before I sort of have made something. And let's see if we can have a tour. So did you have a great trip, Kathleen, Tita? My sister? So as you can see, it is now stitched on. What I'm going to do now is to trim, as you can see, trim the edges. And these are best done if you have it flat on a table, but otherwise you sort of cut it to here and follow. Oh, that's nice to hear. Yeah. And I am cutting like this, round it up a little more here. And I need to sort of hold it like this so you can actually see I'm trimming. And that's very important because we are going a trip now. Here I have a bag for this. And Kathleen, I want you to see if I see you now. I put this, and as you can see, I still have a clean table here. All this is cleared. But if you come with me in here, as you can see, can you see what I have done here? It is lower down. I have really cleared out here. And if you go forward, I'll show you like this here. If you can see here, all that I have been cleared out. As you can see, no more, lot of things. And here is the serger, and I'll put you here. Yep, as you can see here, we have a beautiful girl, and I got my serger right here. I got it here. Got the pedal. And as you can see, Kansas, I got these permanent on because I really don't want to change these threads more than necessary. And while we are talking, I actually had an accident by one of the needles that sort of broke off. And voila. Here it is, all serged in the edges here, and they are sort of ready for snaps. And as you saw here, I need to read the comment later, but as you can see, I still use my very old friend here with a handle. She got a new handle here, so she's still in use. And yes, as you can see, if I go, yes, I have to get rid of all that, has to go out. But as you can see, I have downsized because I am a collector, I am a hoarder. Yeah, sad to say, in craft materials. Yeah, I have been very busy. Thank you, Kathleen. So that's what I have been doing. And I have, of course, almost reached my goal because, can you girls? Yes, I can assure you, after I sort of changed my diet and started to eat more greens and drink a lot of water, I have cut my coffee in half. So I'm actually drinking chamomile and mint tea. And so it is like I feel a lot of better. It is like I am not gone totally vegan, I'll say that, but I have skipped and I'm sort of started to every evening. I go two times round the here and up down the stairs. It's really good. Um, this diet I am on is actually with of course I can still feel I have it here, but not in the same. I don't feel so tired anymore because of it. And I instead of making one big plate, I sort of eat six small plates of food. So I make salads and soups. And yesterday I had a pheasant. I sort of boiled and make like a stew out of it with a lot of good stuff like carrots, potatoes, corn, onions, garlic, and red bell pepper, and all sort of goodies. And skipped dairy products. I should hold back with the dairy. So yeah. Um, as you can see, Kansas, I promised I am going to. My goal was make 100. Can you remember? I told you. So I have made now about. I have made 57 feminine napkins ready. So what I'm going to do is I need to stitch these on here. And what I'm doing is I am not, because, oh, thank you. Yes, I am more than halfway now. So yeah, I feel so good. So I'm sorry I didn't call you up, but you are going to have a private tour, Kathleen. Yeah, I mean it's so amazing what food can do and how important it actually is. So some people ask why don't you put two on these, but it is better to have one in here. So what I'm going to do is to find the center part, because you have to consider that the napkin has to be flexible. So it is important that you sort of stitch it on. And as you know, some people will stitch around. Let me see if I can, like this in each corner. I don't do that because it does it very difficult to sort of snap them together, because you have to consider. So I have 4 threads, and as you can see, I stitch them like this. And I make 3 times in each like this. So I have 6 strings, and this is a very strong thread. And you simply do it like this 3 times. And make it as flat as possible, because when you are doing it, I have seen people do like this, and you get this bulk, and that means it can be very difficult to sort of snap them together. So that means they'll simply snap up if they can't hold. So it was very good. Yeah, I have that. Actually, I want to show you something. The problem with these snaps, I'll be right back, is I have these. As you can see, these are mine. I have them in all sorts of, I have with owls on it. I guess you mean these snaps like this, and they come in all colors. I do have them. These are the very lightweight one. Because there is a difference between the thickness of them. And as you can see, I got them here. Okay, these are with, but some of these have actually, yeah, here. As you can see, I got them. The problem, Kansas, the problem is if you forget to snap them when you are washing them, that means that this part, the male part, can actually be smashed so much that you can't snap them on again. So when you wash them, they have to be closed like this. That's one of the things. The second thing is that if you sort of forgot, they have a very sad effect that sometimes they're very hard to snap, and that means you can risk you don't snap them properly, and they'll sort of snap up again, and that will happen after 6, 7, 8 wash on 60 degrees. They're sort of, or 60 Celsius, I don't know what you call it, but so there are both yes and no. And I know a lot of these girls that I have made diapers with these plastic snaps actually complain about after 3 or 4 washes. Yeah. And she said they're starting to be very difficult to close again because of the treatment. You have to consider they have to be closed, but they can't. Yeah. Oh, you do that. Thank you, my dear. We will talk later. Kathleen, we can call together tomorrow. Go and get some rest. Bye, my friend. Love you, Tita. Yeah, you go and get some rest. Yeah, take care. Love you. Hej, Sarah. Ej, hvor dejligt. Ja, super godt. Ja, okay, det lyder godt. Jamen, vi ses. Nej, altså vi har stadigvæk en hel pakke liggende her. Okay, ja. Okay. Vi ses. Hej. Okay, sorry for that, girl. Love you, Kathleen. That was Chopper, and Chopper say hey. So, yeah. But yeah, I didn't thought about it, and they're pretty expensive, these snaps. And they're pretty, I mean, I have, yeah, so what I have got it, I got a lot of these diapers back, so, and some she have even bought, so I have to see if I can get rid of these plastic snaps, and it is not easy. So that's why I sort of, decided that from now on, I am making these. I am simply using these old-fashioned, very cheap metal snaps. I mean, I pay about 10 krona for a packet like this. And you can get them both in clear and black. And I use what you call a medium sized to it. You can also get them a little bigger if you want that. So, and of course it is important now. I want to fold it like this and fold it like this, because then, and smear it out, then you can actually point, it has to be there to measure. So, and again, you just do the same type of stitches. And as you can actually see, there are small craters down in the edge, so it is actually attention you have to do like this. So, yep. And again, 3 times, like this. I didn't know it was Chopper, so he said, hey. I don't know if I lost contact with you girls. But I promise I will, of course, show you, go live stream and tell you if I do my goal as soon as I have my goal. That's for sure. So, yeah. Oh, you do that, Kansas? Yes. I'll wait for you. Yeah. So I got it all around. So as you can see, it is for you that sort of watch the replay. I mean, I have been very busy to clear out. Wow. Oh yeah, you better do that, Kansas. Oh my gosh. We had a fair deal today. We had about 18 Celsius here. So yeah, and it is like we are going to have rain, so you better hurry. But you know what? That's how you make it. And when you're using it, you start by sort of snap your pants onto it. I don't know if you know what I mean by snapping them around like this, and that means you have fully protection all the way down here. I have seen some that make like 2 snaps like this, but that's how you sort of your temperament are, or how you feel you want it. And that means this is ready, so I'll fold it like this. Normally I snap it out like this. You fold it like this, fold it, and then you can actually snap them like this. Yeah, so here you have it. And then you simply put it into one of these little bags like this. So voila. And this is also like a washable tablecloth kind of thing. So here you have it. Yeah, a very discreet package. So yeah, you know what, Kansas, I will jump off now, and hopefully see you in a couple of days, okay? Because Chopper is coming home. I love you. Hugs. So thank you for now. It was a short one. So okay. I won't, Kansas. Promise. And sweet dreams to you. And thank you to Yana and Skylar and Sherry and Kathleen for saying hey. And you, of course, my wonderful Kansas. So see you. I will do that. And I'm sure he's saying hey too. So yeah. Love you all. That was Katrin. Thank you for coming by. And that's how you make your own feminine napkins. So see you in the next video. Bye for now. Love you.